How are we doing? Good. Good to see you. Okay, focus, we good to go? Thank you, Josue. We're going to call this meeting of the Springfield City Council to order. Today is Tuesday, February 27th. The time is 5:01 p.m. We have two items on our agenda tonight. Madam Clerk, would you please start by calling the roll?
Councillor Walsh.
Present.
Present. Councillor Allen. Present. Councillor Delgado.
Present.
Present. Councillor Click Bruce.
Present.
Present. Councillor Govan.
Present.
Present. Councillor Brown. Absent. Councillor Davila. Absent. Councillor Kern. Present. Councillor Santinello. Absent. Councillor Edwards. Present. Councillor Whitfield. Absent. Councillor Perez.
Present.
Present. Councillor Fenton.
Present. Well, the council and, well, just the council, we don't have any guests tonight. Please rise for a moment of silence. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Councilors, why don't we call a 2-minute recess, and we'll wait a couple more minutes for some of our councilors to join. I know Councilor Whitfield in particular has an amendment she'd like to introduce that hopefully will make this discussion go pretty quickly. So we'll declare a 2-minute recess. Councilors, and Madam Clerk, would you please call the first item?
The first item is an order amending Code, Chapter 16, Section 16-66, Article 19.
Madam Clerk, will you please recognize the councilor seated in seat number 11?
Councillor Whitfield. Present.
Okay. This matter, councilors, is an item that we took first step passage on yesterday evening. The clerk did circulate for everyone the updated language that reflected the amendments from last evening, and I believe Councilor Whitfield has another amendment that she'd like to propose at this time. Councilor Whitfield.
Yeah, just going to be very brief. I just wanted to further amend the MOU language, that's Section E now, and a small amendment to Section D, so that when the ordinance reverts back to the Board of Police Commission having all of the rights, Section E will remain in place. And so that's why I have to amend Section D. So I will read both amendments, and if there's any questions, ask Mike. No, sir. Ask Counselor Fenton. Except with the respect to Section E below, upon conclusion of Mr. Lawrence E. Akers' service to the City of Springfield as Police Superintendent, this provision shall revert to the provision in effective immediately prior to this amendment. So it's just putting except Section E. Everything else will revert. And then Section E now reads, the Board of Police Commissioners shall not forfeit their authority to hire, promote, or discipline under the code to the police superintendent, police chief, or any other individual, whether by memorandum of understanding or any other means, unless such forfeiture of authority is approved by majority vote of the City Council. Notwithstanding the foregoing, nothing in this Section E shall be construed to impair or restrict the provisions of Article 4, Chapter 27 through 26, and Article, what is that? IX?
19.
Chapter 16 through 66. Got to brush up on Roman numerals.
Okay, motion made by Counselor Whitfield, seconded by Counselor Edwards. Is there any discussion on the amendments? Counselor Allen?
So I just have a question about how this, is that the whole item 1? Is this passage, this ordinance that?
It would just be amending Section D and E of item 1, not eliminating the rest.
So if we pass this, will there be more to do on item 1?
If we pass this, then we would need to pass item 1 as amended.
This is item 1.
That's correct. And Counselor Whitfield's proposing an amendment to it to replace Section D with the new Section D that you have there.
Okay.
And to create a new Section E. And then if that amendment passes with that language, then we would take a vote on the amended
So if we
item.
pass this, it replaces D or E?
Both.
Both?
Yep.
Places both. Okay, thank you.
It only added a few words. It just added the last sentence from yesterday in Section E, and then the first few words, except with respect to Section E below in Section D. Those are the only changes.
That's right. Counselor Govan.
So in the new Section D, so upon Superintendent Akers' service, when he completes his service, the provision shall revert back to immediately prior to the event, to this amendment. So this is referring to the Board of Police Commissioners and the oversight? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
and so the only thing it's saying is we're going to keep Section E, we're going to revert everything else back.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, will you please recognize the counselor in seat number 7?
Counselor Davila?
Thank you. Any other discussion on the amendments from Counselor Whitfield? Madam Clerk, will you please recognize the counselor in seat number 6?
I'm
Counselor
5.
Brown?
3, 4.
Present.
Oh, no, I'm 6. There's 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm 5.
Okay, Madam Clerk, there is a motion made on the floor by Counselor Whitfield, seconded by Counselor Edwards, to enact amendments to sections D and E of item number 1. Is there any further discussion on those amendments? As Counselor Whitfield said, they're largely administrative. Counselor Brown.
May I hear the actual amendment be reviewed, please?
This is it right here.
I can read, I can't see it.
So the only thing that changed in Section D is saying everything will revert back to the original ordinance except Section E. And Section E is that part where we added that they can't create a memorandum or anything else in writing, except if it has a majority vote of the council. So Section D is saying we'll revert everything back except Section E. We're going to keep that. Even with the old ordinance, we're going to keep Section E in it.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Seeing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll on the amendments proposed by Councilor Whitfield?
Mr. President, excuse me.
Counselor
Could you
Allen.
just review, since people aren't here, how many people we have present right now?
So right now, we have 8 counselors present in person, and remotely, we have Counselors Delgado, Click Bruce, and Walsh. So
11.
11 counselors.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Maria Perez.
And Counselor Perez. Sorry, Counselor Perez.
So 12. Just one missing?
So the only counselor that's missing, it's easier to say, is Counselor Santinello is the only counselor who's currently absent, unless he logged on, which I don't see. Is that okay, Counselor Allen?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Madam Clerk, roll call, please, on the amendment.
On the amendment, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado. No, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello absent. Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
And amendment is adopted. Any discussion on final passage on the ordinance as amended? This is for second and final step. Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On second and final step, Counselor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Delgado.
No.
No, Counselor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Santinello absent. Counselor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Ordinance is ordained. Madam Clerk, agenda item number 2, please.
Agenda item number 2 is under suspension, an act exempting Lawrence E. Akers from Chapter 32 of the Mass General Law as amended.
So, councilors, this, you'll notice, is very similar to the special act we approved a few meetings ago. Councilor Davila highlighted some issues with that. They have been corrected, and we did receive correspondence earlier today from the Retirement Board indicating that with a vote on this special act, it would address the issues from before with respect to pension. So any questions on this special act authorizing Mr. Akers to work up to age 70? Councilor Davila.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm glad and I'm beaming with happiness that this, what could have possibly been injustice, has been duly rectified. And this, everything looks good to me from this angle. I just want to make sure. I thought that the retirement board was going to be here today. I don't see them in the chambers. Again, ask some questions, but I, of course, did my due diligence. I made some phone calls today. It will appear to me that we are approving this, but it's still it's up to the House, as I understand it, to this point. It is my hope that the House will approve this. I just hope that everything will be good, and in the unforeseen circumstance that it does not get approved, which, by the way, my understanding, if they don't approve it, the whole rule petition will be kaput, because they have to accept the whole thing, not portions of it. And so if they don't, it is my hope that Deputy Akers, last time he was here, assured me, and I did have a conversation with him, that things are going to be looked at carefully. But if they're not, because I don't think we should mess with people's money, that the city does open some sort of a smart plan, 401k for him, to offset his service and any potential loss that Deputy Akers, soon to be Superintendent Akers, may suffer. So that's my only concern. I want to be transparent about this, that we, this wise and humble body, is about to pass this, which is fine with me. That's what I was advocating, but it's up to the House at this point. And if the case that it does not pass, then that we figure out something for Deputy Akers to be fairly compensated. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Davila. Any other councilors?
Yes, I have a point of
Counselor-
information, but I can't
Counselor Walsh.
find the item to raise my hand.
Councilor Walsh.
Yeah, point of information, Mr. President, I just want to confirm that Deputy Chief Akers is aware of this issue, and we have his support on this.
That's my understanding, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Councilor Allen.
Thanks, Mr. President. Looking at this, I've got a couple edits to it. One is just capitalization of the city council, but the other one is, and that's in the middle of the thing, the other one is the Massachusetts Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission. I would assume that means police officer, but is the post commission really a peace officer or police officer?
I can't answer that question.
Well, whatever, it should be looked at, not before we vote on it, but
Councilor Govan?
Are you asking if the P stands for peace or police?
yeah, because it says peace.
I believe it's police.
I love the idea of a peace officer, but I'm assuming it means police officer.
Post commission.
Councilor Edwards?
It is peace officer.
Says peace. Yes. Councilor Whitfield looked it up and it says peace, P-E-A-C-E, peace.
The Massachusetts Peace Officer Standard and Training Post. Yeah, peace. On mass.gov.
It is peace officer.
It is.
Okay, I didn't know that. It seems like it would have been logical to be police, but that's great.
You like the name?
I like the name. I like the name.
Councilor Delgado?
Peace out. All right, thank you.
Sorry, I was just trying to answer that question for you guys. You guys figured it out.
Thank you, Councilor Delgado. Any other discussion on the special act? Seeing none, Councilor Govan.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to comment that I don't know, I don't really feel totally at ease with being sure that Superintendent Akers will get what he deserves at the end of 70 years. He's relatively sure. I spoke to him yesterday, and I'm hoping to be around in the city council when he retires so I can make sure that he does. But with that being said, I will go with the will of the council, and I'll vote yes on this today. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Govan. Okay. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll on passage of the special act?
On passage of the act, Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Allen.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Delgado.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Click Bruce.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Govan.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Davila.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Curran.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Santinello absent. Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Whitfield.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Perez.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Fenton.
Yes, more than sufficient. Special act is adopted. Any more business, Madam Clerk?
No.
Okay, this body will stand adjourned until our next regular meeting, Monday, March 11th, 7 p.m. Thank you.